I'll need to place the toy ark on the high pyre. This place never fails to impress. Just imagine it before the veil went up. Wouldn't have had to scavenge for alchemically treated coal at any rate. Sad to burn such a sweet toy. Now to collect the ashes. Though the flame fades and the ash grows cold, let she who worshipped you rest in eternal warmth.
Beautiful, Red.
Be sure I will. There it is again. The sky is cutting in and out. Dam? Aurea?
We're... Hear me now?
You're back.
While you bring the ashes to Cassidon's hold, I'll analyze the something strange is afoot.
See those massive pipes running along the roof? Norian design. I recognized them earlier, and they prompted my investigation into the Norians and the Enclave.
Confirming your findings that the Norians were heavily involved in the tapestry.
This should be the place we're looking for tablets with a circle marked by 6 dots. They'll look blank, but I'll be able to read them when you bring them back.
You're full of useful secrets, Zev.
I've got you.
That's one of them, Brendan. I hope they would still be down here.
What should we expect?
The Norians were experimenting without informing the Enclave on the aerolifts. They wanted them to do more than just moderate the weather. They wanted to control it.
They got tired of long winters? Gloomy days?
Think bigger. If you control the rain in a desert, you control the land itself.
I'm pulling you. Brace for it.
Enough for us to piece their research together, Bryn.
Will I be learning how Norians hide their information, Sev?
Yes. And if word gets out, we're both going to be hunted.
The best knowledge is always dangerous.
I shouldn't be surprised the Norians use a fluid to conceal their secrets. It's ingenious, really. An acid of sorts. It's like a legible rust.
Medium aside.
As Sev expected, research on the aeroliths. It's,
And how are we...
It's not like I've never kept things from my friends, but I don't keep them from the band.
Lane said I should talk to you about the plates we found for Seth.
Perhaps you could walk with me?
Sure.
I have already passed my notes on. I wanted to ask how you're doing with regards to Sev.
I can see how hard he's working to make amends. I just wish he'd told us up front. I understand he felt he couldn't, but we could have helped him through all this.
I agree, though I think the fault lies more with the Norians than Sev. From what he's told us, their entire culture is one of silence. If you're not in, then you are out, and There is no grey between.
Well, so long as he's in the band with us now, I'm good.
It gladdens me to hear it. Ultimately, I will say this. There was a time in my life I walked away from everything I held most important. Sev is handling it better than I did. He's commendable, really. It's kind of you to help him. I'm sure he appreciates more than he'll ever be able to say. Sev already has my notes.
Exciting news, Bryn.
You figured out how to clear the source?
Nothing quite that far along. As I suspected, the Norians were doing experiments not to just stabilize the weather, but directly control its extremes.
Which is pretty much what we're seeing the aeroliths do, here and now.
I honestly think that these experiments, left unattended, are the direct cause of the wild temperature changes. Likely contributed to the floods as well, though I suspect Asylum was the larger cause there. Regardless, if I can pick up where their research left off, we...
What did the Norians stand to gain controlling the weather anyway?
Their power base has always been in Taza, where the deserts need water to grow. Imagine being able to withhold rain or worsen heat at a whim. What kind of power would that give you? The kind the worst parts of the Order crave.
If we succeed, will we be able to stop the weather fluctuations entirely?
I hope so, in time. But the system has been out of control for years. For now, I want to focus on our immediate problem of the Source and the Surgeborn.
Did your research say anything about miasma and tangles?
No. Those phenomena are
What will it take to move from might have a solution to definitely have a solution for the Source?
The research you recovered focused on using patterns from creatures with natural flame and frost affinity. It used those patterns to briefly augment.
Use flame magic to tilt the aerolith hotter for a time.
Yes, exactly. And they had some success with it.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but
There's one, and Dharm already managed to recover some of its pattern.
not enough?
Oh, absolutely enough. You've been working hard and it's paid off. I needed an exquisite resonance from all three types of magic. And
That's fantastic. Is that it then?
we're going to combine them with the Norian's notes and Dharm's studies of the Herald to build a device to influence the aeroliths. I gave the design to Sola. She said it should be doable, but wants your approval on which materials to use.
If this could pull miasma out of the Source somehow?
It's the most promising lead I have. And it's very promising indeed.
That tree still ripe with inspiration, Lane? That was one of the most complicated things. No, it was fine. Would have.
You do make a good team.
Oh,
No more learning to smith.
now. I'm not saying that. We just need to figure out what comes next together. Which brings me to the question of the hour. You were already a Norian. Why did you want to be my apprentice anyway?
Ram.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
That's a cultural thing for you, isn't it?
Oh, you know. Yes, but yes, Sola. I'm sorry. I was afraid if you dug too hard into my past, you might learn about the Norians.
And they don't like people digging.
No, they truly don't. That is your answer, though.
And this is your intricate doodad. I cannot wait to see what it...
You're going to speak to the
I don't expect to get much out of it.
Be careful. Clearly the Talon was able to manipulate, and while I know you're not the idiot he is...
I just have to find out what I can. If the Talon...
It's a risk worth taking, I know.
I performed the rite.
Thank you, Bryn. Isla admired you.
It's not how she would have wanted things.
Enough! I know you're grieving. We all are. But you are no longer the Eye. And this disrespectful conduct, you owe Bryn a thank you. And an apology for that matter. And probably a great... Not only has she gone out of her way to perform the rite for your daughter, none of which she would ever have had to do if it weren't for your...
For my actions! I know! It's all my... I should have stayed. The way I could fill a city with my mistakes. I should have supported her work. My regrets will drown me.
Maybe they should.
Maybe they should.
My mother used to say, it is unfair that you lost a child, no matter the circumstances. I am so sorry that happened to you. But now you have a choice. You can spend the rest of your days counting the ways you failed your daughter. Or you can dedicate every breath you have left to her.
How?
Just do one small thing a day. That start by helping us finish the work you wish you had supported in her.
It's too late for that, I'm afraid. If you'll excuse. But there is one thing. It's called the Ark of Verdance. An enchantress named Lucia de Crassus.
Lucia.
Consider it a thank you.
You deserved better from him. But that was come to think of it.
What will you do now?
Take care of my people. Someone needs to. And you? You're going to try to fix the arcs.
The arc we followed, or even how it got us in here.
I wish I could help. But arcs were... That arc allowed you to pass safely through the tangles. If you're going to try to fix it...
It's too great an advantage to ignore. And here I thought I surprised.
And judging by the way, let me...
Don't know what you're talking about.
Let's not lie.
Can't say the feeling.
Come now.
Fine.
But I'm after the same...
But Surgeborn all...
Not... You know the...
I'm not power.
Don't...
How did you end up down here anyway?
I let myself be...
Why?
It became apparent that I wasn't going to uncover the secret. Oh, I do miss the raising. Still, I needed... So, I allowed myself to... Kenrick had influence and insecurities. It helped that he assumed our herald.
How did it get through? The resonance...
You didn't have a sample of that?
In my experience, Kenrick Stanold isn't exactly the trust...
I played the part.
Please, don't hurt me. I'll do anything you ask. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
He was all too willing to believe I was helpless.
The Hearthsiders believe you were born out of the Surge. Is that real?
I will keep...
I thought we were friends.
Not yet. But we will be.
Kenrick Stanold is in rough shape after being your confidant.
I would never treat you like I treated him. Trust me. In time...
Doubt it.
See you.
My light. I remember, and I know your mother felt the same way. For all her flaws, she would be so proud. I am so... Certainly where emergency power...
This aerolith should be perfect, Bryn.
Done.
That's all we needed. The others have been helping me with a little project on the side. A surprise for you.
No hints?
You'll see.
What has Sev been building? Dom, the interference I'm experiencing, any idea what's going on?
Not yet. The interference is certainly strange, but I'll need...
As long as it doesn't give out on us completely
However, I have taken a look at the Spindle's copy of the workings of our... and her notes are... significant.
About that, Ken Stanold told me that Lucia wasn't just tinkering, she built it.
That is quite the revelation. Well,
That was all Kenrick could tell me. Sev mentioned that Kenrick had been feeding Isla information. Could the Ark of Verdance be the fix she was working on without...
on my side, I dug into her notes. She was working on a way... She was so close to a schematic, intricate, elaborate... Solar has the final design ready for you. Essentially, we'll be creating a power core for the Ark. Most notably, we'll need a special part. A bar of shaped coral. This is the final key for an Ark to be functional on its own without a Weaver channeling magic into it.
If...
She only made this discovery in the final days of her life, through researching all the Ark parts we had supplied her. Her research even theorizes that using one's own magic to power an Ark for brief amounts of time could...
So she knew she was going to die at the Grand Gate?
She knew exactly what would happen, and did it anyway.
We can't let it be in vain. So, then the Ark of Verdance is a failsafe. Your design will get it running.
She suspected it was kept in the Archon's hearth, stored near natural coral deposits.